What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the wrestling news on December 23rd, 2024 for you all today, where we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing news stories and rumors that you assassinated need to know from the Wrestle Talk article. And make sure to watch it to the very end because we have plenty of intriguing news, especially the AEW Dynamite on 34th Street edition of the show. Will be taking place on December 25th, even though it was pre-taped yesterday. And then this is the full spoiler has been revealed. So spoiler warnings, like if y'all don't want to know what exactly is going to be happening in AEW Dynamite, I would suggest you to click out this video if you're watching this live. But if you're watching this pre-recorded, I would say skip into the next video by the 11-minute mark. If that'll be okay with you, assassinators. Like for those that don't want to be spoiled, but if the ones that want to be, be prepared to already know the information about what's going to be going down the show before watching it. It says the full spoilers have been revealed for AEW Dynamite on 34th Street and set to air on Wednesday, this December 25th, with Wednesday's episode of Dynamite airing on Christmas Day. The company pre-taped the show on Sunday, December 22nd, which was, like I said, yesterday. And it says, following Friday night's ROH final battle on December 28th, on Sunday's AEW Collision. Saturday's AEW Collision, like December 21st, with the following of AEW Dynamite on 34th Street, once again imitated from New York City's Hammerstein Ballroom. And with AEW World's End just under a week away, competition in the Continental Classic has truly been heated up in the blue and gold leagues. With Dynamite seeing 5 matches take place in total, as well as these matches the recently returned former AEW Women's World Champion Tony Storm also was in action. And it says to find out the full spoiler coverage, you need to just click on here, which I will right here. Go to the next page. It says right here that on the Continental Classics Gold League, Will Ospreay defeated Brody King, and on the other Gold League match between Ricochet and Darby Allin, it ended in a time limit draw, which they only got on 1 point each, with Darby Allin probably at 7, while Ricochet's at 10. Which I'll say Ricochet and Will Ospreay is probably definitely going to get in, like I predicted. And then on the Gold Classic League, we also see Commander defeating Claudia, but that's the only win that's probably going to get because it's the end of the Continental Classic. And it's going to be like I predicted on the Gold Leagues. It says right here that Death Riders Jon Moxley and Marina Shafir, Willa Yuta, and the Bastard Pack, which is the only time I'm going to stay on this video, attack Commander after the match and the post-match disadvantage beatdown until Jay White, Hangman Adam Page, and Orange Cassidy made the save. And then up next, we got the Continental Classic Blue Leagues, Kazuchika Okada defeating Shelton Benjamin. Yep, that confirms that I definitely aren't going to be making a review video this coming Wednesday or even Thursday. And it says Tony Storm defeated Taya Valkyrie. The Continental Classic Blue Leagues, we saw Kyle Fletcher defeating Daniel Garcia. And this is like how I predicted it to be. I think it's gonna be the 3 of these guys right here, of Garcia, Fletcher, and Okada. And it says right here Like spoilers are courtesy of Fightful Select. Like also taped on December 22nd was AEW Rampage with Anthony Khan confirming to the live audience that the show would be Rampage final tapings for the foreseeable future. Like and yeah, and like I said last week, I mean this past Friday, I should say 3 nights ago, or on the wrestling news on this past Saturday, I should say. I said that was my final AEW Rampage I will be making on the SNA podcast because yeah, because yeah, this coming Friday is going to be the season finale, like in of the AEW Rampage show, like because they're going to go for the foreseeable future. We're going to be doing for Dynamite and Collision shows in the foreseeable future like, until they get Shockwave, I believe and that's going to be on AEW. I mean, that's gonna be on Fox, rumored to be. Rumor has it, but yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be a C show or let alone replacing Rampage. If it's actually is gonna be like a C show, I'll probably give it a try. But anyways, but I want to ask you, Assassinators, like, what was your thoughts on the full spoilers of AEW Dynamite on the 34th edition of the show on Christmas Day? And for two reasons, I won't be making review videos. One, because I'm giving the other wrestling shows the week off because it's a holiday. And you're probably not going to be seeing me make any wrestling review videos like until the Saturday, which will be AEW World 10. Which that'll be the final pay-per-view of 2024, of course. But what are your thoughts on today this lineup of these what to expect this coming week? Let me know in the comments down below. And the second reason is because Okada beating Benjamin, which I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm probably not gonna like it. Luckily, I'm not gonna have to recap it, but one thing I will be recapping from the Continental Classic is he's going to lose that championship, and I'm going to be very happy, be a happy panda, and I'm also going to be a double happy panda because I know who's exactly going to win this. It's going to be William J. Ospreay. Well, I'm not sure if his middle initials start to letter J, but just saying. But moving on, we're going to give you a bonus coverage of some spoilers on the 34th Street edition of AEW Rampage, which was also pre-taped yesterday on December 22nd. Right, the December 27th edition of AEW Rampage, it says right here that current Ring of Honor World Champion successfully defeated Anthony Bowens, I believe was for the Ring of Honor Championship, and Brian Keith and Max Caster struggled over the Ring of Honor World Title when Keith let it go to let it go to snap right back and knock out Bowens for the win. And then next up we got some AEW. The AEW Tag Team Champions Private Party defeated Leo Sparrow and Alec Quest. And then Leo Rush and Action Andretti came out after the match, and brawled in the aisle, with Private Party, Top Flight. Then got involved with all three teams that being pulled apart by security. And also, Thunder Rosa defeated the Top Flight female member Layla Gray by submission with her submission move, of course. And then we got Hook defeating Nick Wayne via submission. And then Kairi Shibata ran off the patriarchy, most specifically Christian Cage, Mama Wayne, which is which is the mom of Nick Wayne and kayfabe wife of Christian Cage, and Kip Sabian, their other son, that's their stepson. But what are your thoughts on this lineup of matches on the season finale? Foreseeable future with them having a great 3-year run, which it kind of was. It was still standing, despite not that much people were watching it by the time of 2023 or even four. I mean, two, I should say. Well, maybe since Collision came out, everybody was like, "What's the point of having AEW Rampage?" Because in comparison, it's like the C show, which it low key was. I gotta admit, but it's gonna be kind of missed. Like, even though, like, if they kept AEW Rampage, I still would be making the review videos, because given that SmackDown's about to be going on their third hour, and then yeah, that's gonna lead me to needing an extra hour to watch it. I mean, yeah, watch it and make the reviews of it, and I'm probably gonna be too tired to make another wrestling review video. It'll be very rare for me to make review videos for like while I'm making a video for a whole 3 hours. But yeah, but what are your thoughts on the shows, and like what are your thoughts that this is gonna be the final episode like before the year is over in 2020 in 2024, leading into 2025? Let me know in the comments down below. But moving on, I promised that I'm gonna get done by the 11-minute mark, and I will be doing that. Moving on with a WWE Hall of Famer's son planning for a wrestling career. WWE Hall of Famer Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner has revealed that his son currently plans to pursue a career in pro wrestling. While there's currently a Steiner family member dominating the WWE roster in the form of a certain Intercontinental Champion named Braun Breaker, we could soon see another genetic freak step into the squared circle. Speaking on with ESPN, with his son Brock Rex Steiner, college football game, with Scott Steiner, confirmed that his son intends to follow in his footsteps, and become a wrestler. He he revealed, yeah, that's the plan. I mean, that's what he wants to do. So whatever makes him happy. When asked what he needs to do to succeed, Steiner said in response, be a genetic freak like myself. It takes a lot of work. I did it for 25 years. So it takes a while to be good. Like and noting that Brock will wrestle as a Steiner, unlike Braun Breaker, Steiner also added he'll be a Steiner, so that helps out. But he's a good athlete. So sky's the limit. For him, I'll help him out any way I can. I'm happy for him, watching him fulfill his athletic dream. So once the football is over, he'll do it with wrestling. Brock Steiner would be Braun Breaker's cousin, with Scott Steiner being Breaker's uncle, and Rick Steiner being his dad. I smell another bloodline storyline. That's a good question from Wrestle Talk, or a good theory, not question. Why is it question? That's a good theory from Wrestle Talk, because it's only just a matter of time that we will be seeing the Steiner family start stepping foot in the business, just like the Fatu and the Hawaii family. It's gonna be a very what's that called? It's gonna be it's gonna be a common goal for the family of the Steiners, just how it is with the bloodline, with the Hawaii Fatu and whoever that's related to them. It goes very deep in family. Yeah. So, but what are your thoughts onto this? You think Brock Rex Steiner could be just like his brother, just like his not brother, his cousin, which is his father's brother's son, which he's currently holding the Intercontinental Champion right now, which is Bronson Rick Steiner, but now named in WWE Braun Breaker. Let me know in the comments. And do you think that we could see them like could be like battling each other or be a tag team, just like how their respective fathers, which is their respective uncles as well, did like when there's time in WWE and WCW, TNA, and other promotions that they wrestled in. Let me know in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's okay, where I don't know what's wrong with Wrestle Talk lately. I don't know why is it like this. I barely did two news stories. Like why? And it's like I'm having issues with this. Trying to log into my log into the wrestling news article. Like, if there's anything that y'all need fixing, I would suggest you check it right now. Like, if there's anything that's in the world, because it's not letting me in. Like, it's loading. Like, and I'm not getting nowhere in it. Like I bet if I go to another news site, it's gonna let me in. Like Fightful Select, for an example. How come I'm getting easy access with this? I don't get it. Sorry, assassinators. I gotta try, but it just don't want to work. But no worries. I'm just gonna do next up I got Mariah May news, like with her word about her opinions about Tony Storm of saying she is better off screen and yeah, that's what she had to say in the terminology of things. And but Tony Storm made her first appearance on AEW television since AEW All In when she returned like at AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming after Mariah May retained her women's both title against Mina Shirakawa. It says the previously timeless Tony came back like with her rock with her rocker persona, like and has acted like she is new to AEW. Speaking to Jim Vassalone, Mariah was asked if Tony looked better in color, or black and white. And this is what she had to say in response. It's like she's better off screen. Honestly, I honestly don't care. To me, I was in the main event of AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming special show for us. I was wrestling my best friend Mina, and I was trying to give Mina this amazing opportunity to be a champion and be an American TV, be on American TV. You've got Thunder Rosa in the crowd holding up these weird signs, and weird puns, trying to be funny. Tony Storm is coming out saying she is all elite. It's honestly my song, that whole look. I owned that. I don't know. I don't really care. As I said when I came back, after I'll do the same thing to every single one of these girls, like as as many times as I need to be. They get the message. Mariah is set to defend her AEW Women's World Title, at against Thunder Rosa, in a T in a T in a Tijuana street fight, at AEW World's End. Fans can fight the current lineups, for AEW World's End, which I know most of them, which I'm not sure if it's needed. But what are your thoughts on yeah, Mariah May, in Tony Storm off screen? Do you think it's a sign that she's saying that she likes her, yeah, she really likes her despite the difference on screen, as bitter rivals, even though Tony Storm doesn't know that. She just thinks she's a megastar, or what that, or like a true young legend or something like that. Yeah. But let me know in the comments. Yeah, either way. But moving on, we got Swerve Strickland releases uh, his latest music video, Her Ghost. And it says right here that Swerve Strickland, yeah, has premiered the music video for Her Ghost, his new song, that features Anthony King. The video is directed by Jack Gara, and it says right here that Strickland, for motion as well. The song can be found right here, which I'm gonna go right here to show you guys the play the music video. So it's right here. That's right.
thought was ritual. Then I rethought body weight too soft. Body weight too soft. The niggas mad. It was his fault that he kept you lost. Love ain't free, couldn't pay the cost. You feel like Ross when he go boss. Go to the past from a study cast. Gotta be glad I can't read your thoughts. I'm gonna be the man is to beat that man. Don't even want you to see that man. I'ma lock that down like the policeman. Still watch it dance on soda can. Yeah, do that thing, body just ain't fair. Do that thing, throw that ass in the air. Beauty queen, long hair, don't care, can't wave goodbye, but she ain't going nowhere. He can't satisfy, so she fantasize. I stay on her mind every time. He can't satisfy, so she fantasize. I stay on her mind. I know that you think about me and all is well. You can't please you like I do. That's why you dream about us. I know that your body's cold even when he's close. Frontin' like your mind and soul doesn't need me most. You're dead inside during sex, and why don't you tell your God that he's way to go? Let's talk. How many niggas stepped to you? Better get how many niggas slept with you. Wanna know how many niggas kept your news? Find out how many rumors said were true. I feel weird about it, feel weird about it, feel weird about her. Then I think about it, then I think about it, then I think about her. Fantasies to me in the mood. Quick text and she'll come through. Real one by the way she who grew up on two live crew. She cool but not too social. One chick you don't step to. Drag niggas like two on two. I'll do what he won't do. I'll do what he won't do. He can't satisfy, so she fantasize. I stay on her mind every time. He can't satisfy, so she fantasize. I stay on her mind. I know that you think about me and all is well. He can't please you like I do. That's why you dream about us. I know that your body's cold even when he's close. Running like your mind and soul doesn't need me most. You're dead inside during sex, and why don't you tell your God that he's where the ghost?
What was your thoughts on the music video? And yeah, and I apologize for the uncensorship of the languages. I'm trying to figure out how to do censoring here on the SNA podcast. And also, there's still some stuff that and before I get I was like that there's still some stuff that I need to learn doing, and when I do that, I can start finally can start adding that out into the video. But yeah, and I hope it wasn't something that was gonna. Hopefully, there's nothing that's gonna restrict or what they call hopefully I'll get no restrictions or what's that other thing restrictions or what's the other one what's the other one I totally forgot what the restrictions or what's the other word that like anything that's going to take my rights of being like a PG content creator, but since I'm not being really PG right now because I'm an AEW wrestler, so I guess it's gonna let it slide. Even though I kind of sound PG when I might recap AEW, but I'm just doing it just for the fun, entertaining side of things. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below what's your opinions about that about this video, and do you think it's gonna be very popular all over the music world, and it's gonna be so popular to the point it's gonna be getting some radio hits like in the top 10 and top 5 and getting even #1, and then with him like being more confident that he can do more music? Or do you think this is good enough for just a one-off, like given that some of you fans want to prefer him as a wrestler? But even if he was a music star, I would still be supporting this guy because like he has all the talent when it comes like whether if it's in this industry or even wrestling, he has it all. Like yeah, they call him the mogul for a reason, and I see exactly why about that. And I sure hope that I do meet him in the ring. Like yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, let's move on. We got some more wrestling news to follow. We got some next up. We got Rob Van Dam comment on the whether a wrestling off season would work. Now we got Rob Van Dam highlight some challenges that would come with it. Like unlike other major sports, like wrestling has like always stood apart as there is no off season. Wrestling companies like run shows all year round. Fans have often wonder whether like an off season would work in the wrestling business. That's while speaking on his one of a kind podcast. Like Rob Van Dam was asked whether like an off season in WWE would work. He uh he replied, an off season for wrestling, you wouldn't get the same energy out of it. Like I don't think that wrestlers can take time off. Here's one of the rules, like of thumb or expressions, like in the business. Like they say that a wrestler's worst enemy is time off. Like I've always heard that, and I take that like to mean, especially like from the wrestlers telling me that like that when they stop moving, that's when all the pain sets in. Like they're acting like they're bumping, like they're bumping uh, every night. They're commissioned to go like, and then when their job ends or they're not getting booked or whatever, and they stay home. Like then all of a sudden, like they're feeling all of the atches like and pains like, and then it's not easy to go back and do it again. Like I think that if they continue their lifestyle on the time on the time off, like then it could work. Van Dam like also described like how he stayed active between his matches, and this helped prevent him from feeling rusty. Like he stated that having too long of a break uh would be a counterproductive. Like, and he liked the idea of wrestler like potentially reporting to the like reporting to a ring during like their time off. Like even for me, I continue to be active for months in between matches. Like most people couldn't do that. I don't think the way like that I can. Like I people say, "Oh, I'm feeling a little rusty tonight." Like, what about you in question? Like, like, nope. Like, no, but I do feel better and more conditioned. Like after day one, like especially if it's been a lot of time off, like, and then a tour of Japan. Like let's say day one's the hardest, like day two, like a little bit better, and then boom, like pretty soon you're like, okay, I got the hang of it. Like you feel all the bumps, like and bruises, like from that first night. So it would be conductive, con, or con, or conduct, con, conduct. I thought it was the T, but it's conducive, like to give like wrestlers time off, like in same ways. But it could work. But I think they would have to report to a ring, depending on their experience, at least a couple of times a month, if not more. Like on the time off, like on the time off. Like Van Dam then noted that a brief period like could work, but he reiterated that a lot of wrestlers felt rusty, like after even like a 2 week break. But what are your thoughts on Rob Van Dam's opinions about wrestling having an off season? And do you want to see wrestlers getting like at least like 4 to 6 months off, like in a like and wrestling like after like a big like championship like event, like a Super Bowl or NBA Finals, like a Finals or World Series, in the Stanley Cup version of the pro wrestling, but maybe RVD has a point. And I would totally agree on that. Yeah, like I don't think I'm not sure if it's a good idea that that happens, given yeah, for that particular reason, and yeah, and if you do feel rusty, like that seemed like not get signed. But RVD said he's always active most of the times. That explains why he's still wrestling like he does, like at the age of 53, yeah, which he which that was that sports industry. I could still be doing the sports at the age of in my early 50s, just like the former WWE and TNA champion. But let's move on and talk about Ivar, like saying that he dodged a big bullet with 2024's neck injury, like that he had like permanent nerve damage. Now, one half of the War Raiders reflects like on the injury that he nearly ended his career. Like a neck injury, took Ivar out of action in April of 2024, and he was absent until he and Eric returned as the War Raiders on the October 14th episode of WWE Raw. Like uh, Finn Balor and JD McDonough of the Judgment Day on the December 16th edition of the show. Like and yeah, it's since there's been 2 months after they made the return on the titles. But anyways, episode of WWE Raw, like and like and while discussing this to Chris Van Vliet on his latest podcast of the Insight, when he appeared on there, is what he had to say on the matter. Like so it started like in Brooklyn, like before WrestleMania. Me and Ricochet like had a match. I took a European uppercut, and I was like, whoa, like did a system check. Did a system check? I'm okay. Like I'm all like right. Like then after that, I was doing main event Raw and NXT coconut shows. I was doing some SmackDown Dark stuff. Like I was just like on everything. Like then I got to that match like with Oba. Like everything like it did. It got to that match like with Oba, like Femi for the North American Championship in NXT when we got to the second half of the match, and I just lost all my strength like in my right arm. Like I couldn't put him up. Like so, I just started like calling uh, audibles in the ring, like where I wasn't going to pick him up. Like we through the made it through the match, and that was that like the whole time like we were the whole time we were checking like on medical to see how I was doing. Then after that match, I was like, okay, that's. And I went to to discover Cove that week, like with my wife, like just to be like, okay, I need a break, like a reset. Usually, when we do vacation, like things, it's go, go, go. I'm like, I know I need something where I can just relax and just see how I'm doing. We did an animal trek like animal trek thing, like where uh where you interact with a parrot. Like I help my arm like up like for the parrot to come over, like, and I couldn't hold my arm up, like, so that was immediately MRI, where we're getting an MRI right away. They were discussing, and again, and I've already detailed, like the doctors told him that he probably would not be able to wrestle again because the injury would seemingly require him to get fusion surgery. Like, however, his doctor wound up like realizing that he could avoid the fusion surgery, like, and correct the issue another way. And this is what Ivar explained during in that same interview. Like then we got the results. That was it. Like read like the results. Like they're like, okay, this is probably the end of your career. Like to the point where like they handed like me handed me mental health paperwork, like to kind of get that rolling, because I already had the double fusion of my neck, like, and so like if we're talking about another level fusion, because the MRI showed I had another uh, herniated disc, like in my neck, like the level above. So two levels, C5, 6, 7, like they're all fused like together. Like this was C4 and 5. Like so the one directly like above, like like another fusion would probably be the end of my career. So yeah, like there were they're preparing me like for the worst. For when I went to see like my surgeon, like my surgeon had read the result like of the MRI, like, and he pretty much felt like the same way, that this was it. Like so for 5 days, I think this is it. Like it's over with. I flew close to the sun, like, and the wings like melted. Like, but when I saw him in Birmingham 5 days later, he actually had the disc like for the MRI, and he read the results like for the MRI, like himself. He's like, okay, we can work with this. Like, so with my original injury, I did the suicide dive, like, and like my head got pushed back, like, into the disc, like and it exploded like into like my spinal my spinal cord, like, which caused the temporary paralysis, like, and like then pretty much emergency fusion like surgery, like after like that, like this one, like is the is the herniation like happened, instead of shooting in towards the 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 cervical cord, like it went out like anyway from it, like so he was pretty sure, like because like my symptoms like weren't like too bad, like we could probably rehab it like without having to do like surgery. Like if we do have to do surgery, we knew a different surgeon like who would go in throughout the back and just shave the herniation like down like the straw the thrust like on multiple occasions like that I dodged a very big bullet as for his quality like of life, like Ivar like emphasized that he was pretty good, but he would have to live uh, like live with permanent nerve damage and pain like in his hands. Like he said that he had like good range of motion, like and his strength like was back. But anyways, let's continue with him adding like so I'm pretty good like to be fair, like I do have permanent nerve damage like and pain and nerve pain like in my hand like and that will never go away. That's something like I live with. But as far as everything else, I got most of my mobility like back to my neck. Like little uh it's a little stiff like now, like because I have another herniation, like but I still have very good range of motion. I credit that like to yoga pretty much like then all my strength like is returned to my arm, so I have no problem there. So it's really just the nerve pain right now, like from the original injury that has that that I have that's permanent. Like, I I have good I have good days and bad days. Like some days I can really feel it goes down my arm like a little bit, and some days I can't feel it all. Kind of all depends, but quality of life, like I feel pretty good. During the interview, Ivar said that the War Raiders was originally set to return in September, a month before then they actually did return. But what are your thoughts on Ivar? Could possibly like do you think that would have been pretty unfortunate for the current one half of the World Tag Team Champion? Like, and what would have been the chances if he didn't make his return? Like, who would have beaten JD McDonough and Finn Balor? It would obviously not be what's they named the War Raiders. But I'm glad that everything worked out in his favor. Like, and and it's the grace of God that kept him like surviving, which I think he probably is a believer because like why would that when that happened like when he was at the lowest of the lows, he came right back with the results with him being much more in his he in the better side rather than the worst. And I want to say congratulations in both ways of him surviving a career-ending injury, and him winning the Raw, not the Raw, the World Tag Team Champions. It's currently known as now. Which he won, I believe, in his hometown of Boston, if I'm not mistaken, because he did say he was, and that was one of the reasons why they greenlighted him and Eric to win. If it was like that old geezer that used to own WWE, it would probably would have been JD McDonough. Finn Balor would have won and without any directions with them retaining their championships. Yeah, so I'm happy for the War Raiders. Which the last time they were the World Tag Team, last time they were the Tag Team was probably like over 4 years ago, back in 2020. But now we're about to be in 2025. Now we're gonna see what's next in their reigns of tag team champions. Hopefully, they hold on to those titles a bit more longer than they did with their last time holding the titles. Because after all, we're in the new era of WWE in the Renaissance era. But let's move on and let's talk about some Thunder Rosa news with her saying that she think it is time that someone who is not selfish finally takes care of the AEW women's division. And it says right here that Thunder Rosa thinks it's time for someone selfless to lead the AEW women's division. And I would say absolutely, I agree on to this one. And it says right here the AEW women's division is currently lead by the AEW Women's World Champion Mariah May, who captured the title from Tony Storm at AEW All In. AEW back in August. Now it seems that former champion Thunder Rosa is up next, for for Mariah May, and it says right here while speaking to Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp, it says at the AEW All In 2025 tickets on sale event, Thunder Rosa addressed possibly wrestling close to home at the Texas pay-per-view, and this is what she had to state. It's very special. I am really putting this in the air, that I get an opportunity next year, in July to have possibly a championship match with whoever is the champion, at the time. Let's remember one of the most iconic moments in AEW in the women's division was when they came to San Antonio, and I was crowned the AEW Women's World Champion. I think that moment was very, very, very special. But now Thunder Rosa is a little bit different. She's Thunder Rosa 3.0, and I'm a little extra, extra, extra. Funny thing she mentions that, but Thunder continued bringing up the Winter is Coming women's world title match between Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa. Also noting that it is time someone not selfish to lead the women's division. Like all the time, and as a matter of fact, there's something really special happening at Winter is Coming. Like is this which it was that Wednesday at the time where she was interviewed, which it was about to be this that coming Wednesday, almost 2 weeks ago, when she was interviewed by Sean Ross Sapp, and she added like, and where Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa like are like gonna be like wrestling, and I'm paying really close attention like to the both of them. Like I think like it is like time like Sean like that someone like who is not selfish like finally like takes care of the division, because it really bothers me when people say that the division is dead and buried because somebody's carrying a shovel. Like, I don't think so. Mariah and I'm talking to you. I am Mariah. Mariah. I am talking to you. Like, if you win the match, I already know it's gonna be you. But if Mina I like Amina, like, but in terms of Mariah, like, I just feel like she's like been extremely selfish. She's known definitely that there is no loyalty to anyone, that she will stab anyone, like any and anybody, like to be